Good morning, David Paul here. Man, that was a tough night. This is a sequel to the video I did in the middle of the night, and it's primarily for Apple to see what I'm engaged in here and what it's like, and in particular the snow, which she will love for 5 minutes. I promise you, she ain't gonna like it for long when she's freezing cold. I don't know what I'm going to talk about. I think I'm just going to have a look at the snow and the trees and stuff like that. So here we are. Cabin is behind me. I'm not going to take you inside the cabin because it's not great. It's not much. It is an achievement, but it's not. It's not somebody you would want to rent on Airbnb, let's put it that way. Okay, so we're surrounded by snow. As some people say, sna in the northeast. There you go. Northeast of England, that is. Let's take a walk out into the forest proper. And have a look at the various locations. This is an area here, you can see the pallets where I set up camp. They're pallets for doing jobs. They cost me £1 each, and I got a pile of them. I've got 4. There's £4 lying on the floor. I don't know if I'm going to use them all. I hope so. Yeah, I probably will. I've been using long pallets to get the long strips of wood to build the cabin. It makes it much stronger. There seems to be a bit of a fog over there. I wonder if it's my camera. I don't even know how well this is going to come out. Because it's the laptop camera, which is not that good really. Okay, if anybody's got any suggestions about how to improve the laptop camera, maybe I've got a setting in there wrong. So this is that open glade there. This, in the summertime, this is all piled up with vegetation, and forest, a road over the other side which you can hear the traffic noise possibly. I would hope not. And lots of forest, big trees and stuff. And behind me is a much larger load of forest up the top. Let's take a walk up to this area I jokingly call the High Chaparral because it's up on the hill. I gave that name to a piece of land on my land in Portugal around the house because it's the higher part. It's up on terraces. So I've nicknamed that the High Chaparral. And I'm going to have when everybody arrives there, people just go along with things, you know, and you get them to say crazy things, you know. So that'll become like a family expression, the High Chaparral. So say, oh, we're going up the High Chaparral, and we'll have a picnic up there or something like that. So woodland, lots of thorns, and my cabin is protected by a mountain of about 6 feet of thorns, and it's brilliant because what you do, nobody's going to go in there and check it out. It's just too arduous. People don't go up to blackberries and say, oh, I'll dive in there, let's explore this. They just don't. They stay the hell away unless they're after the fruit, and they wouldn't come up here looking for blackberry fruits. In fact, this is a place where basically nobody comes. So that's it. So that there is the what do you call it? The tall trees over there, the main forest. and behind me there's a load of forest, massive load of forest, huge trees, but once you get inside the forest it's not very bright, and it's not. I now realise that that's not a good place to build a cabin, inside a forest. You're better on the periphery, so far as you can manage. I guess it's human nature not to live under trees and stuff. We always clear them away from the area where we're at because it's too damn dark. And that's it. So anyway, as I was saying last night, I'm having a rough time here because I've got SAD, seasonally affective disorder. Now I'm out here in the morning and I'm in the light and I'm trying to get as much light as I can. There's not much light available. It's winter time. It's the depth. We're only I think it's the 21st, so it would be the 13th maybe today. Is the longest night, and then once we get over that hump, things will be better. They will improve. I get a visit every day from a little beautiful little robin. It's not so little actually, quite large, and he normally comes along and has a little yites on my equipment, whatever, but it's only tiny, and I just forgive him for that. He cheers me up because my mother showed me one when I was a kid, you She's saying, come on, see the robin, and there he was dancing around in the garden, and he was beautiful. So I have my own robin, one robin. Yeah, as I was saying about the SAD, so last night I'm joking on the camera and stuff, and I go back, and I get back in a cabin and I lie down, got my head sticking out the door so I'm not enclosed and so on. The snow's falling around, but it's not falling on me, and I'm warm and snug. I was warm last night, and I started off again, terrified, and like trying to doze off, and then you wake up and but it wasn't as bad as it's been. So obviously my strategy of dose yourself up on as much daylight as you can get is working. The best strategy is to move, and this is a thing that's plagued me all my life since being a kid, and obviously we're now aware of these things. We know what they are, the winter blues. So it's ironic because my town where I was born is called South Shields, and that town 3,000 years ago was under the governorship of a Norwegian general. This general ran it, and it was Viking, and that was it. South Shields and Jarrow were Viking towns, and I would imagine they probably killed off most of the populace or scared them away. So fundamentally, I've never done a DNA test, but if you did one, you'd probably find there was something like ridiculously high figure, 80-90% Norwegian, or certainly Scandinavian. You wouldn't come out as Norwegian. They wouldn't differentiate between Norwegian and Swedish or something. But I would come out as highly Scandinavian, and yet still this darkness is terrible. I mean, it scares me, the idea of living back in the northeast, that I might get sucked in there and grow old in that area, and it would drive me crazy every winter. So that's one of the scary bits of the northeast for me. Summertime, it's wonderful, because you get the long days. That's the flip side of it, the good side. So I want the party and none of the sadness. So and I was in Watchet, when I was staying in Watchet Marina in Somerset. I went to the bar, and there's this woman and her partner there. He was from Watchet. I said, "Oh, well, where are you from? You've got a different accent." And she says, "Sweden." I said, "Oh, what are you doing living in Sweden? Surely the two of you should in Watchet. Surely the two of you should just shoot off to shoot off to beautiful Sweden, you know, and live there. And she said, no, I can't stand Sweden. I can't stand it. It drives me crazy. The winters, they make me so depressed. So I thought, well, you know, you're pure 100% Viking northern person, like, and it still affects you. So I don't know what went on there. Maybe we who have gone up into the north have never totally adapted to it. Or if it's a useful adaptation, I don't know what it's getting us to do, because if it's forcing us to stop inside and conserve heat, well, you'd think it would make us feel happy being inside, but we're not. We're getting cabin fever inside, and that makes you want to run outside and then get cold, and there's just no sense to that one at all. So there you go. There you go. As my dad used to say, there you go. There you go. So what more can I talk about? That's it. That's it, Apple. This is snow. Sna. I wonder if that's Scandinavian, that word. Lots of Scandinavian words in Geordie. Sna. There you go. Have a look at that sna. Lots of sna. Sna, sna, sna. I guess. No, this is ridiculous. That's a stupid idea. I could take her some. I could put it in a bottle and take it to the Philippines and present it to her and say, I brought you some snow. Bottle of water. I say, if you stick it in the fridge, it'll go back to its state, but it won't be snow anymore. We'll grind it up and make some snow. Yeah, the activity for me and the kids, making snow. See if we can make some snow. You have, well, you have virtually no chance of making snow in the Philippines without a facility of some kind, because the instant you took it out of the fridge, it would go steam. That's a nice thought, of all that heat. That's a wonderful thought. Okay, so onward and upwards. I'm going to head off, and I'm going to go to Wetherspoons, because it makes no sense in this situation to start cooking breakfast and stuff like that when it's so cheap. So my non-sponsor, in case I get told off from Wetherspoons, you are wonderful. Okay. What is it? It's £4.60, and with the drink as much coffee and tea as you wish deal, it makes it £5.95, I think it is, and well worth it, because I'm going to walk up there, I need the exercise, and I'm going to walk back, still need the exercise. I'm finding I'm so fit now that I'm not really, it feels like I'm not actually getting any exercise. Very strange. That's one great thing, like, I'm in physical terrific shape. So that's £6, so I'm making a profit of 5p, so what's to complain about that? Anyway, for anybody in Portugal, bom dia, eu gosto Portugal. So adios, paalam, goodbye.